I mean, that's really not great advice. That's kind of like, have you tried not feeling that way? You know, teetering on the edge of reality. It's a good thing I'm not a middle manager. It really is, for a number of reasons, that just being one of them. Hi, I'm Sock Marionette, doing business as Bargain Counter Argument, and I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara. Woohoo! Celebrating Vlogmas. So it is Wednesday, December 17th, which makes it Vlogmas Day 17. It is an overcast day here in central Connecticut. It is the kind that's going to promote warmth, however, because we're supposed to get, our high is supposed to be in the mid-40s today, which is a bit warmer than it's been the last couple of days. Let's see. So it is a Wednesday, so that means Midweek Motivation is happening at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so those are my live streams. I've talked about them pretty much every video. I managed to slip in a plug there, so, you know. By the time this video posts, though, Midweek Motivation for this week will have been in the rear view. I'm going to be reading A Christmas Romance during the sprints and updating on the plot as the afternoon progresses. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot of plans today. Mom Marionette has library books due today that people are waiting for, so those need to get back to the library. And I told her that I could either take them for her, or if she wants to, you know, get out of the house and go on a little expedition, I can go with her if she wants some company. It's not very far. And let me see. I think that's about it. I didn't do much reading yesterday. However, even though I was feeling a little spacey because I didn't sleep well the night before, I got a lot done. I just got into a productivity zone and I recorded 2 videos. I recorded the one I posted last night, which is for Vlogmas Day 16, which was about a couple of advent calendars that I reviewed. And I also recorded a video of me doing my makeup, because I know that's what everybody's clamoring for. And that one, that's one of those ones that I'm kind of going to keep in my back pocket and post that if there's a Vlogmas day when I just don't feel like being on camera or something. I'll post that instead. I call them live vlogs. Like, it's not really, you know, the vlog of the day. It's something I pre-recorded. So I did that, and I was just like, I'll deal with editing it later. And the same with a video I recorded last week, which was a similar kind of deal, which was a book haul for the books I picked up at Book Barn in Niantic last week. I also discussed them on the live stream, because usually when I do book hauls, it's on the live stream. There won't be one this week. And then after I edited and posted the Vlogmas video for yesterday, I went ahead and I edited the other videos. I had recorded another video too that I just totally slipped my mind just now. I recorded a bargain counter argument after hours, and those are the videos where I talk about romances that are like dark romances or kinky romances or super spicy romances. And so I was talking about the Jacksonville Rays series by Emily Rath. That I finished editing it, and I actually scheduled it to post on YouTube, but not until January 9th, because it's not really Vlogmas related. There is going to be an after hours for Vlogmas, but not that one. So I put it in January so it wouldn't crowd out the Vlogmas content. And so I basically edited and posted one video, recorded, edited, and posted one video, recorded another video and did 90% of the editing on that. And then the 2 clips that I had already, the 2 videos I'd already shot, I am like 90% through editing those. So that was several hours of stuff that I did, and it was nice. I was just kind of in the flow, and I enjoyed it. So I don't know what this vlog is going to be, because, you know, yeah, it was funny yesterday because I was like floating through the day and feeling kind of out of it. And then I was just thinking about these videos I had to edit and wanted to record. And it was like a switch gets flipped. And I go from, I'm thinking about doing a thing to actually doing the thing. And I ended up doing a whole lot more than I had planned. Whereas if I think I had tried to do it before I was ready to, I wouldn't have gotten as much done, and it would have been more of a struggle. I remember this from when I was in college and graduate school. When I'd have a paper due, I'd be thinking about it in the back of my mind, and I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to write this paper by this date or whatever. And if I tried to force it, if I tried to do it too early, I wouldn't enjoy the process. I would get it done and it would be fine, but I wouldn't enjoy the process as much. And it would maybe take a little bit longer and be a little more frustrating. Whereas if I waited until I could be in the middle of a sentence of a romance novel and suddenly my brain says, oh yes, we need to write the paper and we need to do it now. This is not negotiable. So I would just whip out the computer and start writing the paper, and it would go so much faster, and it would feel like a much more enjoyable process that way. It was, and then when I was in graduate school, I finally realized that those feelings I had, like, oh, I feel bad about not writing my paper. I need to write this paper. I got to get this done. I should force myself to do it. And I was finally feeling secure enough about this that I was like, why don't you trust your own process? Your brain will know when it's time to do the thing. And that worked out a lot better and was a lot less stressful. So I don't know how to translate that into like motivational advice for other people, except trust your process, And if you don't know what your process is, maybe take a few notes or think about it and be like, well, is the thing going to get done whether I stress about it or not? And if the answer is yes, it will get done. And even if I don't stress about it, then try not to stress about that. I mean, that's really not great advice. That's kind of like, have you tried not feeling that way? So I don't know. So this ended up being a little bit about motivation, except that I really don't understand how my own motivation works. I just know that it does, at least for me. So yeah, let's see. In terms of practical stuff, like I said, I might be going to the library. I'm going to take a shower. That's good news to everybody who lives in this house. And I might do some messing around with camera setups. I'm trying to do some new stuff for Vlogmas. Keep it fresh, keep it fun, learn some new skills, learn what I can do with the equipment I have, that kind of thing. Oh, the earworm. Forgot the earworm of the day. I keep doing that. It was Take It on the Run by REO Speedwagon. I will catch up with you later. It's a few hours later. It's like almost 2:00, almost time for midweek motivation. And my mom and I went to the library, and we also stopped at a deli and got some stuffed bread. It was chicken bacon ranch. It was very tasty. We had it with a salad after we got home, and we did a little browsing. I picked up Play Nice by Rachel Harrison and The Once and Future Me by Melissa Pace. I don't know what they're about because I didn't have my reading glasses with me. So I'm like standing there and I can only read the big part. Without my reading glasses, I can only read the like really large print. Dark Matter meets Girl Interrupted in this gripping psychological thriller about a young woman teetering on the edge of reality. That's this one. And then Play Nice it's just waiting for you to come home. It's about, I think, an influencer, and it turns out she grew up in a haunted house, but she has never talked to anybody about that, and now she's coming home. So I'm doing that. I'm also doing a mini book haul of some stuff I found at Marshall's the other day, and that is Flawless and Powerless by Elsie Silver. I've read them and enjoyed them, and now I have my own copies. And then I haven't read this, but I'm kind of intrigued. It's Quicksilver by Callie Hart. And I'll see how that is. I've heard good things and I've heard not so great things, so we shall see. I'm going to show those to the people, and if I can find the book. And then during the stream, I'm also going to be reading A Stolen Kiss with Her Billionaire Boss, if you want to know how I got on with that. I'll try to remember to link the stream in the description, and you can browse through it and see how I felt about it. So that's what's going on. And I'll check in with you after the stream is over. Good afternoon. I'm Sack Marionette, doing business as Bargain Counter Argument, and I am a middle-aged lady in a tiara hosting a live stream. I finished the live stream a little less than a half an hour ago. It's just about 5 o'clock, and I finished A Stolen Kiss with Her Billionaire Boss. If you want to hear my thoughts on this book in detail, I will put the link for the live stream in the description below, and that you can hear me trying to recount the plot, which is difficult because there are a lot of characters and they're doing a lot of stuff. Really, a lot is going on for such a relatively short book. And I was talking in the live stream about how a week from today, Midweek Motivation will be on Wednesday, December 24th, Christmas Eve, at again, 2 p.m. Eastern. So the book I will be reading next week is Oh, One Scandalous Eve by Susan Stevens. It was published in, I believe, October of 2020. Yes, it's Harlequin Presents number 3856. And all the billionaire wants for Christmas is her in his bed. Ooh, so yes. That'll be next week. Okay, so I'm going to sign off now today. It was just kind of a lot of puttering around, doing some errands, hosting the live stream, doing some reading. Not necessarily a big themed Vlogmas the way some of them have. I think I'm going to call this one Motivation because I was struggling to explain my own process and how sometimes if I try to talk myself into doing something before the time is right, it doesn't necessarily go very well. And if I wait until I just can't not do it anymore, then it all goes so much more smoothly and so much more enjoyably. So I don't know that this is any kind of motivational advice or inspiration that could potentially help anybody. I don't know. If you find it useful, what I said about maybe that's not your process, but finding your own process and learning to work with it. Again, that's the best I can do, I guess, when it comes to motivating people. It's a good thing I'm not a middle manager. It really is, for a number of reasons, that just being one of them. Anyway, thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed what you saw here, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. And I hope you have a good day or night.